You might remember the story of a young boy who was the musical director at his Siouxland church when he was just 9 years old. And he's also played at Carnegie Hall.
That's right, and he's now 16, a little older, and his talent has only grown over the years. We'll catch up with him now in this week's edition of Siouxland Stories.
Just go with the flow. Don't stop, don't give up. Yeah, it's nobody's problem that you're having a bad day.
In a moment of spontaneity, playing an original song he wrote, James Gates performed an encore for residents at Whispering Creek Senior Living.
Through songs, you can speak your own emotions, and through music, you speak the composer's feelings, but at the same time, you make them your own. And I think that that's something that's really special about that.
Something else special, James played at Whispering Creek when he was in elementary school.
Always makes me feel so happy. My goal from when I was little, I play it because I like it, and I know if I like it, others will enjoy it. And music is just like this warm hug and embraces you, and it's just lovely.
And he's felt that way as long as he can remember.
It's kind of like how kids always say they want to play video games or something. It's kind of the same way with me for piano.
I was definitely born with a gift, and when I was little, I always liked fiddling around on the little Fisher-Price keyboard that my mom got me. And when I was about 5 years old, 4-ish, I wanted lessons, and so my mom took me and started me with lessons. Eventually, I went to my first competition. When I won that, it was like the work, I put in. It's just so it pays me back, and playing, performing those pieces for people as well. It's always awesome.
And sometimes he gets to perform with his little brother Noah.
It's nice to have your brother play with you instead of somebody else because, and you also get to practice playing with them a lot, so then it's pretty nice. I think my goals are to just make people's days and make them happier by playing music, I think, and just try to get better and play harder repertoire and just keep going with the flow.
And with the boys playing different instruments, they tell me there isn't that typical sibling rivalry you might expect.
I wanted to play the piano, but I didn't want to do the same instrument as my brother. I wanted to switch it up a little. So then my mom gave me the idea to start doing a violin.
A complementary instrument to his brother's piano, something he says he enjoys listening to.
My favorite thing is his personality, his funny jokes, and I also like to listen to the song he writes, the songs, because you never know what your own brother could write, and it's really interesting to hear it and see all the, see if it's happy or sad.
Some sadness for James in a Chopin piece he played at Whispering Creek.
For me, that piece has a really personal connection to me. My piano teacher really liked that piece, and worked with me a lot on that a few years ago, and she passed away. So it was that piece really speaks a lot to me, and all these musics, they have something so joyous about it, and in the composer's eyes, they were going through struggles just like we all are in our lives, and to show that you're not alone, and everything and in the end will work.
And the brothers have found a way to play in front of large crowds without letting nerves get the best of them.
Sometimes when you're playing in front of a lot of people, you can get a little nervous, so you just have to either focus on your music or you just accept that, and then as long as you play pretty good, then the audience will like you.
I feel like it comes from here, and I feel like it's this energy that I feel and kind of I feed off of and I give.
When he couldn't get or give that feeling during the pandemic, he turned to the digital world.
During COVID and whatnot, there was a lot of issues with playing in person. I couldn't play at all, and a lot of things like competitions, performances all got canceled, and that was really sad because I had so many plans, and so many things that just didn't happen. And because of that, you know, that's when I discovered like the online world, and I built kind of like a following, things like that. And it's always nice, you know. It's the same kind of thing that out here, although it's through a screen, where people, you know, tell me how I inspired them. Because like adults are like, you know, you inspired me to start music, or you inspired my kid to, you know, start playing piano.
And although James and Noah go to school now in Pennsylvania, they say they're thankful for their Siouxland roots and for their mother, Liang, for her guidance and encouragement.
I'm really like thankful to my mom. I mean, when I was little, it wasn't really her idea that I would start piano. I wanted to play, but you know, it's her who really helped me develop, you know, and you know, pushed me sometimes when I was feeling a little, you know, not feeling like practicing and things like that. It's really I owe a lot to my mom for that. You know, I'm like forever grateful for her, and you know, her and the mentors in my life who've really helped me.
Right? So what's next? A lot of people were asking him there. James told me that college is on his mind now. He only has 2 years left in high school, and as he looks to the future, he says his priority is finding a school that gives him academic opportunities, but obviously music. And Tim's a golfer here. He says him and his little brother Noah, they love to golf, and they're enjoying that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Both artistically and
Right.
athletically, I guess you'd say. Got a couple of real gems.
Right? Interesting boys.
We'll talk